holding cells. I mean, I'll take everything that I can get, but I have yet to find the the cold case storage locker. Ooh, reload speed upgrade. Ooh. Where is it? This. Combine with this. Nice. Sewers are that way. Up the ante, achievement unlocked. Take everything that I can get because I can sell it. But I'd still like to know where the shit this cold case storage locker is. It might be outside. Where is this? That's the entrance again. Okay, so it is outside. Okay. So I'm good to just go in here and take a look around. Right. Okay, bye. Look at this game and like people taking a piss. What up, working girls? Anything that I can steal from behind your, under your nose? Do you mind if I, mind if I maybe just, yeah. You don't mind. Now, again, I think this is more useful if I had, snuck in here instead of... Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Inactive. Oh, I've already done that. So does it matter? I guess not.
About time. You the home sec guy I was ordered to wait for?
Weird.
Tell Manderley I didn't get the memo until I was halfway through the autopsy. By then, it was too late to close him up again.
Right. So you recovered the neural hub?
Tricky bit of work that was. A few inches lower and the bullet would have fried more than just the pedal connectors. As it is, I can't guarantee you'll get anything useful out of it, other than the fact that it's been modified.
Modified? With what?
Some kind of wet drive. But hey, I didn't look. Ultraviolet means ultraviolet, and I know how touchy you guys get when it comes to matters of national security.
Yeah.
He's all yours. The hub's been detached, but I left it in the skull as ordered. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got paperwork to fix.
Noted. Let me go look for loot real quick, and then I will grab that, because I feel like if I grab it, something's gonna happen. And I don't want to necessarily have that happen right now. Can I, He doesn't give a shit. Alright. The threat of cybernetic discognition disorder. Like every other new technology, from the automobile to television, human augmentation has been pilloried as a menace that will destroy our society from within and reduce us all to drooling imbeciles. I'm certain that, like me, you're just as tired of this reaction to dog whistle punditry. But we can't shy away from the fact that, indeed, cybernetics are a double-edged sword. By making human augmentation technology free-for-all, we run the risk of it falling into the hands of distressed and mentally unfit individuals. There's no denying that augmentations change the way you think about yourself, but no more than one would after cosmetic surgery. And this so-called cybernetic discognition disorder seems to be little more than a convenient label slapped onto a much deeper problem. Fact is, adding cybernetic implants to your body will no more destroy your sanity than playing video games will make you a psychopath. What we must be watchful for are those whose already fragile mental states will be destabilized further by augmentation. That seems fairly, reasonable. Mr. Darrow. I don't think there's anything else here that I want to get, so I'm gonna go ahead and, yoink.
Boss, I got the neural hub. Looks like it's been modified with some kind of wet drive. Pritchard should have a look at it.
No, don't bring it here. Frank's not finished running his diagnostic.
No?
And I don't want to risk connecting any tech to our networks till he's done.
Especially if the tech is military. So what do you want me to do?
Take the hub to your apartment. I'll have Frank contact you there.
Okay. Why do I feel like that's gonna be a mistake? Alright, I still want to look at this, go outside and look at this. Find the cold case storage locker, see if I can, figure out where the shit it is.
The augmentation organization, human.
Ah. Not
Jensen,
that way.
I have a message for you from one of your former colleagues, a Detective Alexander.
Jenny? What did you want?
She said she could use some help if you can make your way over to Grand River Road. And might I just add, as wonderful as it is to have you back at the office, I am not your personal dating service.
I was actually just in her office, was I not? Alright. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Fuck me. Yep. Excuse me, fellas. Oh. That's fine. Honestly, that's fine. I think I screwed myself over by throwing that box, so it's fine. I'll just get the call again.
Jensen, I have
Yes.
a message for you
Yes.
from one of your former colleagues,
I know you do.
a Detective Alexander.
Jenny?
Yes, that's correct.
What did you want?
She said she could use some help if you can make your way over to Grand River Road. And might I just add, as wonderful as it is to have you back at the office, I am not your personal dating service.
Okay. Let's go ahead and save that. Fellas, again, excuse me. Excuse me. Huh. This is... It's fine. It works. It's working. Don't know if this is how they expected me to do this, but this is how I'm doing it. Sweet. Okay. This must be it. Very nice. Okay. Seraph Industries incident report. Oh, this is the one that Art Mandalay was talking about. Or Art Mandalay. Details: a confused witness. Apart from Seraph's chief of security, who is still in a critical condition. It's me. And another lab technician who was lying deep in a coma in the same hospital. The only witness to the attack on Seraph was left alive is a tech named Arthur Hopkins. Something peculiar regarding the witness's depositions or lack thereof. When we first got on the scene, Mr. Hopkins was waiting for us in a rec room near the labs. He was obviously in shock but quite coherent and ready to give a clear description of the incident. The emergency response team waited to make sure his condition was stable before allowing us to interview him. When we came back after his checkup a few minutes later, he was incoherent and confused. He couldn't remember anything about the attack. Still hadn't heard back from the ER team regarding this matter. Addendum. The situation has been resolved with the medical team. Mr. Hopkins' condition has been validated. He has suffered from a severe concussion. The matter is closed. Curious. Officer Detective Christopher Chase. Attackers are definitely professionals. Quick rundown: there is no trace evidence found at what seems to be the point of entry. The incident didn't last long, but the amount of damage was excessive. There were a large number of victims, and yet not many rounds were fired, and the accuracy was spot on. The attackers were probably all marksmen. So the work of top-notch professionals. Seraph confirms that a new augmentation design was being tested prior to the attack. Obvious motive here is theft or corporate espionage. Then why destroy the facility and murder everyone? A competitor wouldn't benefit. Brought up this matter to Lieutenant Ashbrook. No concrete results. Autopsy. Megan Reed. She did die? I've been appointed by the state to perform autopsies on the remains of multiple victims. This is due to the critical nature of the incident and the need for the State Department to be fully aware of every detail without going into endless array of bureaucratic stuff, blah, blah. Vertebral industries, vertebrae in the neck are displaced. Abrasion of the bones consistent with severe and sudden stress or pressure. Abrasions of the neck area. Hard to clearly verify due to severe burns, but throat seems crushed due to severe burns. Severe burns. Extremely severe burns covering the entirety of the body. Accelerant residue has been sent to chem lab. Absence of fume residue and ash in the lungs indicate burns are post-mortem. No drugs, no ethanol. Cause of death is quick and intense snapping of the neck. Body was likely burned after the subject was deceased. No mention of shot to the face, which she got. That guy hit her pretty hard in the face. Yeah, she's not dead. That's not her. That's not her body. Probable use of unidentified high-tech compound. While examining the crime scene, Detective Hayward and I noticed that the area covered by the attack seemed abnormally damaged, burnt to a degree that could not be explained by a normal fire of the use of any known explosives. It was the same for all the recovered victims' bodies. Residue analyzed by forensic lab officers on the scene likely comes from a high-tech accelerant of unknown nature. Seems the lab's equipment and victims were deliberately burned to excessive degree. It was done to eliminate possible trace evidence, but it feels odd. Alright, he did ask us to try to hack it first, so we'll try to hack it first. But I can't hack it, so sorry, dude. You're out of luck. Bracelet. Megan Reed lab notes. It's hard to fathom it all sometimes. When I made that breakthrough in my research a couple of years ago, I never thought it would get this big. I thought it was an anomaly at first, but it's become to genetics what universal assemblers are to nanotechnology. We're talking about the holy grail of DNA here. Hell, this is Gregor Mendel big. I mean, remember universal assemblers from Deus Ex? Thing is, I have to bury the truth, not the discovery, but how I reach my results. It's become harder lately. I betrayed someone I respected for the sake of my research. I wish I had the chance to fix it, but it got bigger than me, bigger than Seraph. If this ever came to light, Seraph Industries could be ruined. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm tired. I think I'll just wrap things up today. So who was she reporting to then? Found everything I can. Alright, let's go turn this in. And also I got a bracelet. Examine. A Reed family heirloom. I see. And this is N.2 drive, basically. It's just a weird, it's just a weird drive that's been modified. I can go up there at some point, which I may do. Might as well see what's up there. It's probably just another entrance into the police station, though. Yeah, pretty sure this is just another entrance into the police station. I mean, we'll go in, we'll see. I think that literally just said entrance to the police station. I think it's literally what that said. Alright. Ooh, cool. But there's no real reason for me to be in here. I don't see any loot down there, so I'm just gonna go. Alright. We'll go turn this into Cassandra Reed, and then I think we'll stop for the night. Sorry, Adam, you don't get to go to your apartment yet.
The world order and their team of expert hackers could be trying to track us. And that's why we have to create a covert host site for every
Can't just go through there. That's fine. I'll just go around again. As long as the friggin' electricity is still off. I think it's faster to go this way. Through the, train station. They call it a subway, but it's not a subway. Subway implies it goes under the ground, and this does not go underground.
Oh man, Eliza is so hot.
You're crazy. Niashia Akeem is way
Niashia.
prettier.
But Eliza has intelligence, and I love how she dresses. So cool.
Intelligence? She just says what Pikus tells her to. And Pikus only reports what the government allows them to.
Eliza is just...
I mean, more than one person can be attractive, I'm just saying. There can be more than one attractive person in the world.
Huh. I could do that.
I mean, all you're doing is just dancing. Did you really need, like, the breakdancing mats for that? If you're gonna breakdance, do it, but you don't seem to be, actually going to be doing as such. How does he do that? How does he dance in a very simple fashion? How does he do that? It's so weird. He must be a gymnast. Cassandra. I have things for you. Where'd you go? Shit. Where did she go? Chiron. One of these days I'm gonna actually read what the what the things say. Where is Chiron? I remember kind of where it is, but it's like way up here. Okay, shit. Fine. Didn't realize. I should have realized. I think was there an email earlier where she was saying that she worked at a lab. It's fine. Let me talk to this guy and sell some shit.
What's your pleasure, friend?
I'm going to sell the shotgun. I'm going to sell the revolver ammo and the combat rifle ammo. I guess that's it. Don't have anything interesting, do you? No.
See you soon.
Yeah, the guy... Well, I don't know if it's a gold shirt. It's a gold ascot, though. But, I mean, everything here is gold. It's a whole freaking gold filter put over everything in this game. Definitely going to have to figure out how to adjust the gamma for this game, though. I think if I adjust the gamma down a bit, this game will look like slightly better. Not that it doesn't look a bad game. It is fairly old. It's a fairly old game, but you know, it's a few years old. But it still looks pretty good. Alright. I'm at Chiron. Cassandra, where you at? Here you are.
Have you found anything? Please.
I did.
I've got to know what really happened to Megan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's still alive.
I've investigated all of Detective Chase's leads. You were right. Something was off with Megan's case.
So, what did you find?
Can I do everything?
Someone in the government, a man named Manderley, ordered that a specially appointed medical examiner perform the autopsy. He bypassed the local ME. Simply put, that's not a good sign.
It sure doesn't sound good.
There were only 3 people who got out of the labs alive. Me and 2 others. One died in the hospital a few days later. The second one, a lab tech, was ready to give a detailed description of what he saw. Funny thing is, by the time the investigators got to him, he couldn't remember a thing.
You sound like you don't believe that.
I don't. Not from the reports I've read. I think someone got to him first. An officer assigned to the case was asked to get rid of a major piece of evidence. Footage from one of our intellicams showed fuzzy images of the attackers bringing something inside the labs.
What? What were they bringing in?
I don't know. But for someone higher up to want that evidence gone, it must have been important. I got my hand on a test report that confirms what was bothering Chase. The attackers used excessive measures to make bodies and equipment unidentifiable.
Oh my God, Megan. What do you make of this, Adam?
She's
alive. I don't know
alive.
Exactly.
Megan's alive.
I guess the idea was to leave no traces, no DNA evidence that would link back to them. But it just seems a bit too convenient.
So what you're telling me is we couldn't find anything conclusive?
No, I'm sorry. But one thing's for sure. Somebody's been hard at work covering up and destroying evidence related to this case. Somebody with power. Who wanted to erase anything that might have made the investigation linger.
I'll give it to her, it's fine.
I'm sorry, Cassandra. I wish I had more tangible answers to give you. But I did stumble on something I think you should have. I found Megan's bracelet. I'm sure she'd want you to have it.
Oh, Adam, that's very kind of you. Her grandmother gave it to her. She loved that bracelet very much. Thank you for all you did. And, do you know exactly how Megan died?
Yeah, you gotta tell her mother her neck was snapped.
I read the reports. She didn't suffer, Cassandra. I can promise you that.
Thank you, Adam. It's not much, but it still brings me some comfort. I miss her so much.
Don't worry, Cassandra. This is not over. I don't know how or when, but I will get to the bottom of this.
I knew I was right to trust you, Adam. But please, be careful. It's strange. I thought knowing what really happened would make me feel better. But nothing will ever justify this. My daughter is gone, and I'll never get her back. I wish I could be sure she gets justice.
Trust me, she will.
She's been unlocked motherly ties. Yeah, so I'm like 99.9% sure that Megan isn't alive. In fact, it would not surprise me if other people who are on the team are also alive. Because why would they go through the hassle of burning everybody to make them unidentifiable? Unless they were going to take them. So that nobody would look for them because they thought that they were all dead. So yeah, I'm very sure that Megan is still
You an
alive.
ex-banger? You got the look. Maybe you know the Big Ant. He's been busting DRB heads for years.
Nope, I don't. So yeah, we're gonna stop there. Ooh. Versa life.